Okay, so we've got something a little bit different today. It's kind of black work, but kind of not. Right?
Yeah, so the title of the email is Arm Sleeve Blastover, and it's from Brandy. It says, "Hi Remy, your tattoo journey has definitely inspired me to start a tattoo journey for myself. My original arm sleeve started back in 2007, first 4 photos. At the tail end of 2022, I started blasting over my sleeve and completed the first pass this past March 2023, and topped it off with a cheeky armpit tattoo. Interesting. Last 5 photos of my last session. I love the look of the heavy black work and the process of getting tattooed. I wanted the never-ending project. We plan on connecting the arm to the armpit, but with my job, I need to plan that around my holiday time off work. I'm super happy with how it turned out for the first pass. We have recently started the same Blastover theme on my right arm sleeve, and I've already cracked the joke that that in 10 years I'll probably ask my artist to black out the flower. Laugh out loud. I hope you and your wife have a great day." Someone knows it's me.
Yeah, this is a fairly new submission. And, yeah, I don't understand the need to have time off to get the armpit tattooed.
Just depends on what they're doing.
Well, no, like I've had everything done on my armpit, and it heals really easy. I had a sweaty, hot kitchen job. I went to work right after getting my armpit tattooed one time. I think an hour after. It's actually a really easy heal.
I feel like at my job, when I'm doing the throwing into the baler thing.
Even that, I did the food orders when I would be putting things away, right away, and it was no problem. But
well, everybody's different though. You're like Mega Man.
No,
right?
It's not even I think armpits are easier to heal than people think.
Yeah, it could be that.
They kind of just take care of themselves.
So let's look at this.
Yeah, so the first thing was definitely too light. I don't really hate this idea. It's just all too light.
Yeah.
Right, so this is what they had, right?
What they had again?
Yeah, this is what they had, yeah.
And then the black is the addition there?
I think this is coming in over time. I think the black was started in places, and maybe they had some black before.
I see, yeah.
Yeah,
they're definitely darkening it up as they go.
It's hard to say, they probably had some black in here all along, but they're definitely darker now. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't hate this, but I think that the flowers would have been better, if you had done solid color in them over the old stuff. You can cover most of this with color. They probably think that it's not doable or something.
I like Blastovers, so.
Yeah, but I just think if I was wanting this, I would probably take some really thick colors and put them over top of the old stuff.
Yeah.
And you could hide the old stuff completely. See,
and then I'm the opposite. I kind of like the old stuff showing through in this case.
I don't know.
It's I don't know. I find it interesting. I really like these Blastover-y tattoos that are happening. Yeah,
we're seeing more and more of it as it goes along here.
In a way, it's so people can show off that it's their second sleeve, right? So on you have to tell people how many times you've done your tattoos almost, but this
kind of not anymore.
I know, it's just a little more obvious.
I mean, there are people who assume that some of the tattoos I'm doing now were done this way originally or something, but that I take as a compliment because it's oh, they must look that good.
Right, you know my artist did a really good job.
Or it was well conceived, because there's no reason why I should be doing tattoos now that look like their originals.
How do you feel about the shape and style of the floral there?
Oh, I think what they did now is way better done than what they did before.
I agree.
That being said, I don't know how old the other stuff is, and I just think that the original stuff wasn't very hard to begin with.
Yeah.
So it wasn't going to hold up all that well. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see this solid color. That's all I can think is I want to see what this looks like with solid color instead of the washed out watercolor negative of the old tattoo.
And the saturation, of the black looks really decent to me from what I can tell.
It's good. It's not perfect. It needs some love. It's still new. So new black will look darker. Like there's some old pictures of my black when it was like fresher within the first couple of years, and it was darker. It does fade out to this kind of a bluey gray black eventually.
Yeah.
So people should always remember that. That being said, what will happen here, I think in time is they're going to probably like the black more than the existing tattoos, and they're probably going to get rid of pieces of this.
Right? You got a little bit of script down by your wrist there that I am
Looks like a
surprised
memorial.
stayed. Yeah.
That's probably why it stayed. It's similar to the ones on my head. You know, there are some things that don't go away. She joked herself that she would want to black out some of these eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like the shapes of these flowers. And then there's the smiley flower at the end here.
This is the armpit tattoo they were talking about.
Okay.
Connecting
black out around it.
Connecting the black to this would be pretty easy, and I don't think anywhere near as hard to heal as you think it would be. So I would just say go for it. I don't know what the holdup is, but again, I want to see this flower shaded in or colored in too.
Right? I was going to say I'm super curious to see how they treat the flower. I really like the style of this flower. It's like quite similar to the other floral, but different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the shapes of these flowers a lot. Would you call them neotrad or?
Yeah, I don't know. Ornamental almost.
Yeah.
They look almost ornamental. But
They're-
that being said, that black would look less solid if they filled in. Because, like, the minute this is a solid sheet, there are some imperfections there that are going to shine through.
Right, and I think that transition onto the shoulder's pretty awkward.
Yeah, I would definitely say bring the black up over whatever the hell that bird chicken thing is. And maybe fade off the black because it looks a little too sharp the way it comes in at that corner there. Mm-hmm. It's just, yeah, it just looks like almost like it was not intended to end there.
Right,
Like
that's how I feel about it
it's
too.
supposed to keep going.
Like an unintentional ending. And then, like, to me, I mean, it seems like a good idea to do the armpit, but then how do you connect that into a torso? I mean, they're just going to have, like, a floating black. But, like,
Just keep going.
just black out your whole torso?
You can build the black into another design.
Yeah.
When you're doing heavy black shading, you can easily use that as a background element for something else.
I mean,
They could do a big flower on their side or something that comes up and do another one on the other side.
right, or
And-
like something really like a cool underbust tattoo that connects around, or
Yeah,
if
there's
you're not afraid to tattoo your bust.
Heavy black goes with almost anything. So,
Right.
but that being said, I'm not entirely sure, and this is always the case when you have two looks, right? That were more or less complete. I kind of like the first one more. Like I kind of like the existing sleeve more. I just would have liked to have seen it with harder contrast. Mm-hmm. But it's not to say that it was better. It's just I actually don't mind that watercolory stuff. I just think that if people were more open to putting black into them, now obviously they put black in this way.
Yeah, well,
But-
that's why I really like the old sleeves showing through those, because they're still getting that like washed out watercolor look, but it just feels so much better because it is complemented by the black. That's why I don't really like those sort of watercolory tattoos, and I don't like faded tattoos because they're lacking like that deep dark black, right? So I think that's why I really like how this looks right now, and I'm really partial to the shape of the flowers. I quite enjoy.
Well, anyone who's looking to get into the never-ending tattoo project, blackout's a good one because if you care about it, you probably will be maintaining it throughout most of your life.
Yeah, bit of an addiction.
So, yeah, I would say eventually, whether you do anything more with these flowers, I think the best thing to do would be to touch up the colors personally. I think you'd be happier with them if they were punchier now, to be more in tune with that hard black. But overall, I like this. I like the original. So,
Yeah.
yeah.